SimLicy here, so welcome to another speed build. So today's video is actually a collab, which I am very excited to share with you guys. It is a 50/50 collab with KrystinMyriexo. So I will definitely link her channel down below if you guys haven't checked her out already. And I will also link her half of the video in the description because she built this beautiful shell of a house for me to decorate. And I've been very excited to collab with her. We actually started talking about it I think at the beginning of the summer or end of spring, something like that, and I was about ready to go on my trip, and I think I was just getting over a sickness or something like that, but we did have to postpone it. And then I contacted her a few weeks ago and was like, are you still up for collabing with me? And thankfully she was. And yeah, hopefully you guys do like this video. It is a family home. We thought that it would be a good idea to build a pretty small to medium-sized house with a few bedrooms and, you know, just like a cozy family home, because we both really enjoy building family homes and decorating them. So we thought that would be a good idea for us to kind of split up. And I turned it into a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom house with a living room, formal dining area, as well as like an eat-in kitchen nook, which is super cute. It's like probably my favorite part in the entire house. It's kind of silly because it's basically like 2 dining tables, but I think it looks really nice. So hopefully you guys will like it too. It took me a little while to get the floor plans sorted out. I mean, I'm not the best at floor plans, so even like I think the extra challenge of floor planning somebody else's build was a little bit hard, but I do really like the way it turned out in the end, and I did leave it all in. It took me some time to get it all figured out, but I thought you guys might enjoy seeing the whole process, since in some of my bigger speed builds that take a little bit longer, I have to kind of cut that out, or I don't know, sometimes I feel like it's not that fun to watch, but hopefully you guys do like that I left that all in this one. But the floor plan has pretty much came together. I think I just switch up the wallpapers and then we get on to the furnishing. But I did want to mention, if you are coming over from Kristin's channel, then hello, my name is Dawn and I go by SimLicy here on the channel, and I do lots of speed builds, apartment renovations, EA renovations, and create a Sims every once in a while. And then if you're going from my channel over to Kristin's, she does a lot of the same speed builds, apartment renovations, and she also has a couple of Let's Plays, and she's a really nice person, so I think you guys would definitely like her if you guys haven't checked out her channel already. Like I said, all those links will be in the description. And also, if you already watch both of our channels, that would be pretty cool to know as well, I think. But anyway, so we are working on the furnishing now. I really wanted the interior to kind of match the exterior. Now it doesn't have like the same like wallpapers or anything, but I tried to pull like colors from the exterior, since a lot of the accent colors like on the trims and the windows were all white. I wanted to have white accents, and then there was like some like rustic browns and blacks and stuff on the exterior. I'm not so sure about the blacks. I know browns for sure. So I kind of just went with that on the interior, and I think it looks really pretty, and I really like this kitchen. So I put a little table over here with a bench on the other side. So that bench will definitely not work, but it looks super cute, I think. And yeah, it ends up being like my favorite part of the house. I think this kitchen is just absolutely adorable, and yeah, I'm very proud of it. I think it turns out really, really cute. And then as for the decorating on the kitchen counters, I just tried to clutter it up with different little decorations. I think there's a popcorn machine or something like that, so your Sims can make some popcorn, but other than that, there's just like your basic kitchen stuff. Do I have a coffee pot too? So there's also a coffee pot. That's pretty nice. And then just tried to make it look lived in, since we agreed that this would be kind of like a cozy family home. I thought that clutter always makes things look lived in, so I definitely wanted to add little bits here and there. I didn't want to add so much that it would be unusable, but I think it should all be pretty usable. I will test it before I upload it to the gallery, because I haven't done so yet, but I'll go through and make sure all of the essential stuff works before I upload the final version to the gallery. And you guys can download both versions, the unfurnished and the furnished, on the gallery. So hers, then if you want to go and decorate her build, you can do it just like I did, or you can download the completed version and play in a house that is made by both of us, which is kind of cool. And then over here, I wasn't too sure what I should do. I wanted to make this space usable, but it was just kind of one of those awkward places in the house that I was like, what do I add here? So I ended up adding a trash can, a couple of pet food bowls. You can definitely have pets in this house if you would like to. I didn't add a litter box, but that's something you could add if you have a cat in this house, but maybe they just have a couple of dogs. And then we also have the Parenthood Board, so you can set curfews for your children's Sims, because like I said, this is a family home, so we have 2 rooms for kids. I did decorate them for child Sims, but you could definitely switch up some of the furniture to be for toddlers or teenagers, maybe, whatever, you know, suits your family the best. And yeah, I think the space ends up being pretty nice. I just wasn't too sure about it, but I really liked the addition of this shelf right here with the extra clutter. I think it really made the space really nice. And then this is going to be the formal dining area. And it took me a little while to figure out what dining table I wanted to use, because it's kind of hard doing the whole black and brown color scheme, but I think I made it work, so hopefully you guys will like it. I know that's not everybody's favorite, but I felt like it just looked pretty, and it matched the cabinets that I went for in the kitchen, and I do like my builds to be pretty cohesive, so that was just something that I tried to do. But I think it looks really nice, and I think it matches the exterior too, which makes me really happy. I thought about switching up some of these other things to be brown as well, but then it didn't match the trim to the wallpaper, and then we already had the white accents on the exterior, so I kind of wanted to keep that all matching. And then I used this new shelf that we got with Seasons, and I add some clutter items on it as well, which I think looks really cute and just makes the house look really lived in. It took me a while to actually figure out all of the items that I wanted to put on there, but I think it looks really nice. And I think I get a radio on there too, which I thought was a bit of fun. And yeah, I think it ends up being a pretty cozy dining room. We also got a closet over there because there is that extra like space, because there is an exterior fireplace, which I thought was nice. And so I put a closet in that kind of dead space, so there's some like storage in there, which I thought was pretty cool. And then other than that, I just put like a couple pictures on the wall and like a plant in the corner, because I didn't want your Sims to have trouble walking around the table, so I thought that looks nice. And then over here is going to be the entryway to the house and the living room. And I think it turns out really nice, just adding some lights around. I think those ones came with Parenthood. They're kind of like mason jar lights. I don't know, thought those were cool. And it took me a while to actually figure out the couches I wanted to use for this house, because I wanted to use like kind of like comfy couches with pillows, and I have overused the ones from Seasons, so I was like, okay, I have to avoid using those. I end up going with these ones that came with cats and dogs. I just don't end up using them in this color. I go to the blue swatch, which we didn't have like the best colors to match this house, but I felt like these ones worked really nicely, and we end up having quite a bit of blue accents in this house, so I felt like they tied in pretty well. And then they have the brown and white cushions, so I was like, they work. And I ended up going with a coffee table that came with Jungle Adventure. I thought that was really nice, and it had a really nice rustic look, which I think this house definitely has, because the exterior has like this really nice like rustic craftsman look to it, so I felt like that matched pretty well. And other than that, I just add some clutter items. We got a bookcase in here, and I fill up the coffee table with, I think, like a candle and a plant. And I also end up going into the debug category and pulling out a magazine. I think I pull out the Book of Poems just to switch it up a little bit. I do go for probably the fitness one or the yoga magazine a little bit more often, but I thought that I would go for that one just to kind of, I don't know, do something a little bit different. I used it in a couple builds ago, and I thought it was really nice, so I was happy to use it again. And I also end up adding a TV on top of the fireplace, so I do have to use a move objects trick where I delete the walls behind it and then raise up the TV to fit in that place of the mirror. But it ends up working out really nicely, and I did replace all of the wallpaper on the exterior, so you'll see that happen here in a little while. And I think it ends up being a really nice and cozy living room. We have that little reading nook over there with a little stool, which I thought was pretty cute. And I end up switching up that wallpaper on the staircase just to switch it up a little bit. But here I am deleting the walls so I can raise up a TV to fit on top of the fireplace. And I think this looks pretty cool. It doesn't cover up the mirror behind it perfectly, but it still looks pretty nice. And then over here is going to be the downstairs bathroom. So I did want to fit a washer and dryer in here, but it wasn't really, I don't know, it's kind of a narrow space I felt like to fit one in there, and I wasn't sure if I should put them in front of the windows. So you can definitely add them if you prefer to have a washer and dryer in your house, but you could probably fit a clothesline outside, or you could turn the home office into a laundry room, but you can do with it whatever you please. I'm sure you guys will figure it out. But I think this bathroom turns out really nice. I like the L shape to the countertops. I thought that looked really pretty, and I used the same ones throughout all of the bathrooms that I used in the kitchen just to make them all match. And then I also have this basket right here that came with Jungle Adventure, and I add some makeup clutter in there. I love doing that. It looks so cute. They work so nice as like little storage baskets. And then over here I just get a shelf with some toiletry items. And then this is going to be the home office. And I think this area turns out really nice. I just get a couple of bookcases in here, as well as I think an art easel and some art decorations, and then the computer desk so your Sims can get some work done there. Just kind of like a hobby office skill building room. definitely like to add those in a lot of my builds because your Sims do need to do a lot of activities to build up their skills, and plus it's pretty nice to have a home office in real life. So very happy to have added this in there. And then I just clutter up the desk with certain little items. Now I had forgotten that I have this little tea light, so it is shoved into the books, but don't worry, before I upload it to the gallery it will be deleted. I've deleted it already but haven't uploaded it to the gallery. But now we're on into the upstairs, and I start off decorating the master bedroom, and I really like the way this room turned out. I think it is super cozy, and I liked using this bed that came with Seasons in this brown swatch. I felt like it really suited the color scheme that I was going for in the rest of the house. And we also have some of the exterior wallpaper clipping through in all three of the bedrooms, and I really like the effect of it. I thought it added this nice like rustic look to the house, which is definitely something I wanted to go for. So really happy with the result, and yeah, I think it looks pretty nice. And other than that, I add like a bookcase in here. Not too many activities. It's a pretty big bedroom, but not enough I felt like to add a whole lot of activities in the master bedroom. But I think it turns out really nice. I add a side table over here with a few clutter items, and I of course clutter up the top of the dresser, just trying to make it look lived in like the rest of the build. And I think it ends up being pretty nice. I think so anyways. Hopefully you guys will like it too, but of course let me know what you guys think. And I also thought about adding a fireplace in here instead of the side table, but I think the side table was definitely the better way to go, because the fireplace may have actually set the rug on fire. I'm not exactly sure, but it felt like it might be a little bit too crowded either way, and the side table's kind of skinny, so I felt like that looked pretty nice. And then over here in the corner is actually where I end up putting the bookcase. Instead of having like two plants, I felt like it was a little bit too like mirror imaged. Even though they weren't the same plants in both corners, I felt like, I don't know, a bookcase was a little bit better of an option. And this is going to be the parents' ensuite bathroom, and I really like the way it turned out. I used a lot of the same decorations that I used in the downstairs one, and of course the same cabinets, but I think it turns out being a pretty cute little ensuite and a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. It felt like it was going to be a pretty small bathroom, but I think it's a pretty good size in the end. And then I used that same basket from Jungle Adventure with the same cluttered items. I just couldn't help myself. I think it looks too adorable to not do again. And the hallway in this house is pretty narrow. Now I do decorate it here in a little bit with like a couple of pictures, and I think I add a plant later on. And this is a little tiny nook that I turned into like a little reading corner. I thought about making it a play area for the kids, but I didn't want to block the door or anything, so I felt like a dollhouse or something like that might actually block it or make the space a little bit too crowded. So I felt like this was like the better way to go, and I think it ends up being a nice little corner. And then here I am adding a couple pictures to the hallway. I really feel like we need some more like long hallway artwork because we only have that one really long painting, but I didn't think it would suit this house. But this is going to be the family bathroom, so I do copy over a lot of the items from the other bathrooms just because I wanted it to be cohesive, and I think it ends up being a really nice bathroom as well. But it is pretty similar, like I said, just pulling out different little clutter items. Since we have kids in this house, I didn't add like a whole lot of like makeup and blow dryers and stuff because I didn't think they would probably use it, but oh well, not that that matters. And then adding the same shower that I added in the parents' bedroom, just so we had the shower and tub combo. You could probably have definitely fit a stand-up shower and a tub that was by itself in there. I think there's probably plenty of room to do that. And this is going to be the first kid's bedroom, so I think this room turns out so cute. It's pretty pink, and I love this adorable wallpaper that I used with the hearts on it. I think I've only used it a couple times, but it's definitely one of my favorite wallpapers. And something I didn't end up adding in here was a dresser. Now that's something I like to put in all of my bedrooms just for a bit of realism. It's not like your Sims really need them, but you'll see me try to add it here in a little while. But it's a pretty small room. Now she probably doesn't need this big of a bookcase, but I thought it looked nice, so I kept the bookcase and went for no dresser, but you could totally add one if you would like to. And then there is the activity table, I think that came with Seasons, so the kids can like create crafts for the holidays, I think is what it's used for. And then other than that, I just add a few toys here on the dresser. And then I think I put a little kitty and mouse right above the bed, which I thought was so adorable. Yeah, here I am adding it now. I thought that was really cute. And then this is going to be the other kid's bedroom, and it's really blue, so we have a pink one and a blue one, which I just thought would be pretty adorable. And it's really fun to decorate in these color schemes for bedrooms, at least for kids' bedrooms anyway. So really happy with the way this room turned out. And we got a bookcase in here. Now I don't think I ended up adding any skill building or like crafting table or anything, but you could probably add one if you would like to. I thought about adding that like game console that you put on the ground, but it was a little bit too big. You'll see me trying to add it here in a second, and it would fit. You just probably be able to put nothing else over here in the corner, and I just had to have the bear chair. And I think I get a little dresser. So there's a dresser in this room but not in the other one, but oh well. And a few little toys, and I think a stuffed animal bear. Oh, a dog. So cute. It's a little Dalmatian. I thought that was absolutely adorable. But we are coming up on the screenshots. I hope you guys have enjoyed this collab. And don't forget to check out Kristin's channel. Her links will be in the description so you guys can watch her half of the video and subscribe to her channel, because I think you guys would definitely really like her videos. I had a lot of fun collabing with her. This video was so much fun to make, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions that you have, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!
Some people have written books, some have a great look that covers the magazines for kids who are 17. But I don't know what to do, staring into the blue sky and just waiting for a sign. Some, they are certain of what awaits them when it all ends. But I don't know what will happen to me. Will I be remembered in a century? Like dust in the wind, or the talk of the town that we are living in. Well, I don't know, I don't know. How could I know what lies ahead of me? Am I part of a grander master plan? Will I be washed away like lines in the sand? Some people that put their faith into someone who's half their age, reading from a torn out page from a book filled with lies. But I don't know what to do. I'm staring into the blue sky and just waiting for a sign. Some, they are certain of what awaits them when it all ends. But I don't know what will happen to me. Will I be remembered in a century? Like dust in the wind, or the talk of the town that we are living in. Well, I don't know. No, I don't know. How could I know what lies ahead of me? Am I part of a grander master plan? Will I be washed away like lines in the sand? Happen to me? Will I be remembered in this century? Or will I be forgotten like dust in the wind? Or the talk of the town that we are living in? I don't know what will happen to me.